Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're watching Prison Break. This is the third episode of their first season. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying it so far. If you'd like to watch today's full episode, it is available for free in the link in the description below. Just click on it, put the password in and enjoy. So the first episode was all about the introduction to the characters. We learned about Michael and Lincoln and Veronica. You know, we had the doctor, Pope, obviously the warden, it seems, as well as his cellmate, somebody called John. And, you know, we established the story that Lincoln's inside a prison because he has killed somebody close to the vice president. Now the interesting thing is, from information revealed to us, it looks like it was a setup, and you know, Michael is in there to try and break him free. Basically, he's got the blueprints of the whole prison tattooed on his body, and he's going to use this to escape. And you know, he's trying to cut deals and make relationships. Now obviously by doing this, he's had to kind of, I don't know, go ahead and engage with dangerous people, so to speak. So John, I think his name is, you know, the guy with the long hair, he's got somebody on the outside that his gang and him wants to, you know, track down and kill, basically. And Michael knows where he is, and what he wanted to do is get out of prison, basically use him to get out and then give him the information. But now they found out about this, and the guy's going to go and speak and possibly send a lot of people down in the next 30 days or something. They've got after Michael. And we ended the last episode with him basically saying, look, mate, you know, this back and forth that we've been doing for a little bit, it ends today. You're literally going to lose those toes on your feet or you're going to reveal this information. Now, Michael's turned around and said, look, mate, if I give this information away, you know I'm a dead man and I can't do that. And he's like, look, mate, you're going to give me to the count of 3. And it's going. 1, 2, 3. Michael didn't reveal it. Boom, episode ended with the shears being cut and it looks like his toes are being chopped right off. So that is going to be interesting to see the aftermath. We had gang wars last episode. We had obviously the white inmates versus the black inmates, you know, both sides going at each other. We had a couple of stabbings, a couple of killings. A new character was introduced called Teabag. He had somebody holding his pocket on one side. He wanted to offer the other pocket to Michael, which he refused to do. And when the action and the fighting started to happen, you know, sadly for Teabag, his boyfriend or whatever's was actually killed by one of the, you know, one of the other gangs. And it looked like, anyway, because he fell onto Michael, and when he looked over, he thinks that Michael's killed him, and now obviously he's after him. So now he's got an enemy inside a prison who's going to try and make his life hell. Looks like he's lost a few toes as well. Do you know what I mean? And he's trying to escape. It's really interesting, and chaos is breaking out. So I can't wait to see what we have in store for us today. Thanks for checking out today's episode. If you do enjoy it, please smash a like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, let's jump into today's episode. Yo, imagine the pain of that.
I thought you said you were gonna have a conversation with him. Yeah, I did.
Imagine the pain that you'd be in with that.
I'll take it from here.
Oh, he lost 2 toes.
I need you to tell me what happened.
Don't make me lie to you.
You better have AA start an investigation.
Oh, there's no need. We know what happened. Well, there's a pair of gardening shears left on the floor of the shed. Evidently, he stepped on them.
Blade went right through his boot, huh?
He's looking at one. His big toe. You can't walk if you got your big toe cut off.
I'm gonna kill that scum. You won't. You kill him, you kill our express ticket out of here. We get him on board, there's gonna be a midnight flight waiting for us the night we get outside those walls. Preparation can only take you so far. After that, you gotta take a few leaps of faith. There's someone else who holds the key to this entire thing. With him, it either works or it doesn't. Problem is, couldn't know who that was until he got in here.
You tell him. He tells everyone.
If we don't get him on board, there's not gonna be any digging in that cell. And if there's no digging in that cell, then there's no escape.
I was thinking that myself, to be fair, before we go into this intro. You know, when he was unscrewing that bolt last episode, I was saying the person across that way he can see it. You know what I mean? The person across the cell can see what Michael's doing that whole time. So the only way they're going to do it is going to have to throw like a sheet up or something. Maybe you can only do it at night time. Do you know what I mean? Technically, when it's dark, you can say you want a bit of privacy. Because in the day, obviously, people are going to be obviously asking questions like, why are you blocking our view? But then again, obviously being in there, he's got a cellmate and he's going to want to know what's going on. So like when he was saying that he had everything mapped out and he had all the different strategies and angles taken care of, I was saying, well, what about people and unpredictability? You know what I mean? Human actions and emotions, especially in an escape, you don't know how it's going to go down. And again, here, he's been celled up with him and he's got to get him on board, because if he doesn't, then it's all out the window. Do you know what I mean? That Sucre needs to be part of it or not. I'm thinking that the reason why he's going to jump on board is basically he's scared that this Hector's going to take his girl and he's going to have to get out and see her. That's what I'm thinking anyway.
Cruz, it's me, baby. You there? Pick up if you're there, mommy.
Hello?
Mrs. Delgado. Hi, how you doing? You know what's up with Mari Cruz's cell phone? It just keeps going straight to voicemail.
Maybe she has it turned off?
I don't suppose next time you see her, you could have her turn her phone back on?
If you were a decent man and you really loved her, you'd let her live her life.
What's
We don't even know why he's in the prison.
I'll tell her you called.
I'm trying to figure out what that is. Oh, where's he got that phone from?
I'm looking to do some damage.
Oh, you come to the right place.
I want to do it slow.
Jam it up there in the stomach. And these bits right here hook the intestines. You give it a pullback. Poor sucker's guts are hanging right out of his stomach.
Yo, imagine the pain from being stabbed off that.
They've gotten to you, haven't they? My God, Michael, this place is gonna kill you.
You said you talked to a woman. The bottomless pit, Veronica. They designed it that way, so that by the time you got to the bottom of it, Lincoln would be dead.
Tisha knows something I can get out of her, or maybe we can reopen Lincoln's case. She said that somebody else was behind the killing of the vice president's brother.
Who?
She got spooked. She took off before I could get anything out of her. She's holed up in the Elysian Fields projects. I'm gonna go see her this afternoon.
Good student. Then you get yourself arrested for intent to sell. Good life get a little boring. Clear to me you've got a lot of anger, young man.
He needs to go to therapy. He's got dad issues.
In the wrong place. And to give you a real good idea where that anger of yours will get you if you don't rein it in, I'm signing you up for the Scared Straight program at Fox River. You'll have a mentor who you'll work with weekly. Your father.
The thing is, yeah, he's got some proper hatred towards his dad. I think he needs to go to therapy and work it out, because I'd be interested to see what his dad and his relationship was like prior to going inside this prison. Like, was he involved in his life, and is he just mad at him because A, he was involved and then he become incarcerated and he's dying, so then he's obviously mad at him and he's punishing him that way? Or is it that Lincoln was just not involved at all and didn't spend any time with him and he resents him for not having a figure in his life? Do you know what I mean? That'd be interesting. This guy, you know, we was talking about getting him on board. You know, like in real life, if you know that somebody's killed somebody and you don't say, and then they find out that you know it, you can get done for obviously preventing, I don't know, justice or something, you know, like withholding information. Would that be the same again? So, like, if he sat in the cell and didn't want to take part in what Michael was doing, but he didn't report it, Michael escaped and he stayed, could he get done as well because he knew what was going on but never actually said? He's done that on purpose. Maybe so that he can call.
It ain't what you think it is.
Now that means you can make calls whenever you want, right?
I don't like the look in your eye. What's in there? You never saw it.
He wants to call his girlfriend. 100%.
Why didn't you include any names?
Why would I want anyone to watch me die?
In my opinion, all inmates who have made that choice have deeply regretted it in their final minutes.
You know what's interesting? Right now, third episode, Pope's not even that bad.
Hi, I'm looking for Letitia Barris.
Hello?
Don't you move a muscle. You think I'm stupid, lady? I hear the clicks on my phone. I see the cars out there on the street.
I'm not with them, Letitia. You have to believe
Oh,
me.
yeah? What you sneaking in here for?
I thought maybe they'd gotten to you. Somebody killed you and Crab could have done something to the guys who did it. You think he would have?
I'm not as strong as he was. I can't take those people on.
I'll take him on. I'll type it up. He can sign the affidavit and split.
Want some extra time outside for the next couple of weeks? Cell phones allowed in here?
Who?
Extra time outside? A couple of cigarettes?
Half hour 1 week, 1 cigarette.
Know a con named Sucre?
Is he getting half an hour a day and 1 cigarette, or half an hour out the whole week?
Otto Fibonacci fingers you. Yet you act like you don't even want to find out where he is. Well, maybe it's because you don't think you have anything to lose anymore. Did you break this kid? Did he tell you where Fibonacci is? This is? Yeah, you won't crack. Well, perhaps you should consider using a different methodology then, John.
Daddy! Did you hear the news? We're going to stay with Uncle Philly at the lake for a few weeks.
Yeah, we're gonna have a good time. Now you're gonna take care of that thing, aren't you?
I'd love, do you know what I would love, right? Honestly, I would literally love it. If John gets out of prison just the same as Michael and all that, he gets involved in it. And I'm not saying I like John, but I'd love him to escape and then go and just kill this guy. You know what I mean? And I killed the other guy as well that was calling him, like, ballless or something last episode and said that he's gone soft. Literally, I would love it. Escape, go and kill them and try and get off.
Visitation rules stipulate conjugals are only for married couples.
We're engaged. Besides, I got that coming to me because I ain't cuss no static in this place. Don't dead my conjugables.
I won't. You have to tell me where that cell phone is. You lie to me. They're gone and they're never coming back.
They'll see us to trust him. That's what it is. Maybe they're gonna grab Lincoln for lying. I don't know.
Turner, your transfer came in. They want you in administration.
He didn't talk.
Yeah, that was a test to see if he would talk.
All I gotta say is I better get to make all the calls I want.
Not real.
Soap?
Breaking out of here. Starts in our cell.
In our cell. You could want to break out of here. 16 months from now, I'm out the gate. I'm getting married, Poppy, and I'm sure as hell not doing it with no posse on my ass. Man, I ought to beat you 6 ways till Sunday. You dig in my cell while I'm there, and I'm gonna split your wig.
Didn't go as planned.
Crab brought this guy home. Never seen it before. There was something about this guy, though. He wasn't the kind of guy Crab usually dealt with. He had that look. Like they own the place. Like they're untouchable.
Just give me a moment to type this up.
They're so annoying, them government people.
Look, this is only gonna take me a minute.
She's missing. That's it, mate. That's the last time she's seeing her.
You understand, by law, I'm obligated to file a report if I feel there's been prisoner misconduct.
If you file a report, things could get a lot worse for me.
Here's what I think. I think you are scared. And you wouldn't be human if you weren't scared in a place like this. If you want, I could recommend you be sent to ADSEC.
With the rape victims and the snitches. But I think I'd like to face the monsters on my own.
What do you reckon this guy's gonna do to him, this John? I feel like he's gonna do something.
Have a good smoke?
Didn't mean to startle you. We've been informed that you obtained a copy of the surveillance tape entered as evidence in the Lincoln Burroughs trial. There's a lot of last minute.
I'm sorry, I still don't understand why this would be a problem for the Secret Service.
Oh, it's not. If you come across anything that could shed some light on his innocence, I'm offering my help.
Sounds great. Do you have a card, Agent Kellerman?
Of course.
See, right, this is what I was saying last episode when he turned up to that guy and he was questioning him about giving the tape away, is that these guys turning up and asking questions while you're digging into it, while you believe or you've been told that you've been set up. Do you know what I mean? So, like, the thing is, you know, Lincoln's saying I've been set up, and he's obviously, like, wants you to believe it as well. And if you start looking into it, and then the more information you find, the more random things start happening, and the more, like, Secret Services turn up. To me, it just reaffirms that, like, you're actually correct. You know, like, to me, him turning up shows that Lincoln's innocent. I don't know if that makes any sense and if you would think that as well, but it just raises a suspicion that, like, something deeper is going on, because it's too coincidental. Do you know what I mean? And that guy's so smug as well. He actually, every time I see him, he annoys me. He really, really does. There's got to be CCTV outside.
I'm sorry. This just isn't the time. I'm sorry.
This is the time. I'm at the reception.
I'm sorry. I can't talk right now.
We could cut off all his limbs. He still wouldn't talk. Pain's not the answer here. Maybe all you need is love.
I'm gonna transfer to a nice, quiet cell with a normal cellie. One that doesn't screw my entire life up.
Don't do this.
I get caught with a hole in my wall. I don't get to see the real world for another 5 years. Sorry, Fish.
Can you blame him, though? Can you actually blame him?
Why would I let them watch me die?
Maybe it's not about them watching you die. What's the last image you want to take with you? A stranger?
Got an issue with that little friend over there? Seems you and I have something in common then.
What's he gonna cut a deal with?
It's time we came to an arrangement, doesn't you think?
Maybe we ought to get the love out of the way before we move on to the hate. What do you say to that, Pretty? Yeah, maybe it's time I lit up that leather once and for all. You and I need to have a conversation.
Maybe, that's what he's saying. We'll take care of him.
What happened in there was my way of saying, I know. I've been going about this whole thing the wrong way.
Tell me what you need from me.
You get me a plane, I'll get you Fibonacci.
I help you, I mean, you know that, don't you?
I do.
So you better cut the crap. Tell me the exact date and time so I can start making the arrangements.
But they're making progress, though. You know, he's spoken to him, he's told him that he's escaping, he can be part of it, he needs him.
Hey, Ben.
You know, in trouble.
I've been talking to the chaplain, and they'd like me to decide on who I should have it. When you get to the end, you start to realize who really matters to you.
Yeah, I gotta say, I'm not really following what you're saying.
In the end, the only thing that matters is love. You. Give me your hand. I want you to be there the day before I die. I love you.
This whole thing, I don't know if I can take it.
I don't have a choice. You do.
You know what I actually really like, right? At this age, yeah, I know that I said last episode or the one before when he was saying that he hates him and he was moaning at him in the prison and stuff. I saying that he would annoy me if he was like that throughout the whole season and stuff, but I don't know. You know, you got to give characters time to progress and move forward. And what I would actually really like is maybe season 1 is the prison break. You know what I mean? Let's break out. And then season 2 or something is the escape. You know what I'm saying? Like on the run. And I would like him to step up and maybe join and help and be one of the people on the outside that they can go to and rely on for, you know, information and locations, and just heavily involve him more and he becomes better. That would be really interesting, because then obviously it's father and son bonding, even though it's kind of breaking the law, but you know, who cares about that when it's obviously a prison break show?
I am so sorry. I met with this woman today and she knew things about Lincoln's case. And then she just disappeared. I think something happened to her.
Look, you want to get married?
I can't do this right now. My head's not in it. It's supposed to be a celebration.
If you're really telling me you want to postpone this thing, then I want to cancel it.
I'm sorry.
I'll come get my stuff tomorrow.
You don't understand the situation properly. You need to look out.
Sophia, found you a new silly. As luck would have it, I found him in psych ward. Close it up on 40.
He does look like he's kind of a bit crazy. That's going to be literally near impossible to get something done with him in there.
I got a new cellmate.
Who? That's a problem. How far behind are we?
3 days.
I thought you said the margin for error was 0 days.
Reckon she's going to be in the back of the car? They grabbed her and tied her up.
Take her out there. She's nothing. Nobody would believe her if she talked anyway.
Yeah, you can't have no loose ends.
Do it.
Damn it.
Please.
Pick up the casings.
They're fully committed, aren't they? Literally. What is he trying to do with the drains? Is he gonna like pull the thing off the front and he's gonna have a space in the back that he can slide through? The guy's just dangling off his bed. What are you doing? Can't sleep.
What's your problem?
Got a neuroanatomic lesion. It means I don't sleep.
Maybe that's why he looks crazy, just because the guy's tired all the time. Alright, so that's how we're going to end the episode. Mate, they go through like these little clips and then it just pauses for ages. It's like, is the episode finished or what? Like, what's going on? Obviously, he's got a new cellmate. This Sucre, right? Can you blame him, really? Yeah, the guy said that he's got 16 months left on his term, and obviously if he gets caught trying to break out of prison, the guy's going to get, well, he said 5 years for a hole in the wall. Do you know what I mean? Just a hole. Now, actually physically trying to escape, could be 10, could be 15. Do you know what I mean? Basically, he's got a year and a half left. That's it. And then he's out and about. So, like, I can get where he's coming from. I don't really think that is quite arsehole for him to say that. You know, the guy's not stitched him up. He actually lost his visits because he shown that he was trying to be, I wouldn't say committed, but not show that, you know, he wasn't a snitch. And he was trying to be on board. And then obviously this has been given to him and he's decided not to. He's already been in the shoe. He's lost some sort of contact with his girlfriend already. And now she's chilling with this Hector guy. And I feel like this, at the end of the day, will be what pushes him over the edge to actually join Michael in that. I feel like the more he can't talk to his girlfriend and the more that he hears her spending time with Hector and going to the mall and chilling out, the more he's going to get jealous and he's going to want to, you know, actually escape himself. But right now in this present moment, 16 months left, you know, I wouldn't risk it as well. I personally wouldn't risk it. You know, I know it's a long time, 16 months, but so it's an extra 10 years onto your sentence. You know what I mean? I would rather wait it out. You've been there enough already. You can finish the last bit. So he's got a new roommate. He can't sleep. He looks like he's a bit crazy. He's been in the psych ward, you know. He's not going to be able to work. He's going to have to do something. He's going to have to deal with somebody. To be honest, right, this is how you would do it. He's getting closer with John. obviously not that they're friendly, but you're becoming acquaintances because both of you are going to need this end goal. He's going to have to get out of prison so that he can actually give him the name so that he can go and stop the guy from testifying in court before sending everybody down, whilst also saving his family. So, like, you can have a common interest. You don't have to like each other, you know what I mean? You don't have to go your same way, but right now, you both got the same end goal, and it's getting out of them walls. And everything from now until the next 60 days, it's got to be teamwork to dreamwork, you know what I mean? You could be the best of friends, pretend, but you got to be on the same side. And I would literally go to him and say, look, Secret didn't want to be on board. I need to do the work inside of myself. We've got this new guy in, you know what I mean? We know that John's got connections with the guard. Obviously, he dropped him off so that he could cut his toe off, you know what I mean? So, like, he's going to have to pull his strings again. He's going to have to get that cellmate gone, you know what I mean? Maybe get Sucre back or get somebody else who's on board. Maybe himself, maybe he volunteers to, like, you know, I'm not too sure what the guard's called right now, but like the guy who has the heart who's just come in and just transferred that roommate, maybe he says to him, look mate, you know, I want to keep an eye on him, you know, send that guy away, I want to do the business, you know what I mean, I want to push him about a bit, he put me in his cell, I want to be his teammate, you know what I'm saying? And that's how they do it, because right now they both got an issue and he's that one. He's preventing them from moving forward. He could actually spill the beans and stop you from escaping, stop, you know, your family from dying, do you know what I mean? So like, that is what I would do. I'd go straight to John and see what he could do. Okay, that's going to wrap up today's episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. As mentioned in the start and the intro, full episodes are available in the description below. Just click on it, put the passwords in and enjoy. So this episode, you know, he's lost his roommate, he's got another one. Now Lincoln, he's actually asked his son if he wanted to come the day before he is supposed to be sentenced to death. And, you know, they started bonding a little bit. They got a little bit closer. I was saying it'd be good to have AJ more in the show in terms of maybe next season, you know, if they do escape, which I believe that they're going to. But you could extend it to next season to escape as well. You know, tease that maybe they break out here and they're running off or something, or they're about to break out at the end of season 1. Do you know what I mean? You got to wait for the season 2 to see if they're actually successful. But I would like him to be involved on the outside, trying to get them to locations and situations and saving them and stuff. Now, again, as I was saying there with that Veronica and the fact that she's looking more and more into Lincoln's case and the fact that she's acquiring a bit of info and speaking to more people and then the Secret Service show up, you know, you would be more suspicious. You would be thinking maybe Lincoln's telling the truth because obviously he's committed to saying he's innocent and obviously you've got a connection with him in the past and, you know, you should take his side technically if you're a lawyer and, you know, he's your ex-boyfriend or you actually got a bit of, I don't know, feels for him or friends, you know what I'm saying? Like, the fact that his life's ticking away and he's only got like 60 days left, is like, there's no reason to lie, is there? He's got nothing to lose. He's got everything to gain. Literally, he's got his life to gain. His life's already lost. So the fact is, if he's telling you, you just look into it, and the more you dig, and the more you find stuff, and the more weird, suspicious stuff starts appearing, then you're going to start to think he is innocent, and then you're going to start going spiraling, aren't you? And the fact is, you know, her boyfriend, or her ex-fiancé now, bit of an asshole, to be honest. I kind of get where it's coming from in terms of, like, maybe being a little bit jealous because it's Lincoln, but like the guy doesn't understand or he can't see the situation that, you know, he's dying in like 60 days. And the fact is, you know, she's going to work on it and try and save his life. It's not like she wants to be with him over you. She might do. But what I'm saying is, like, you're being really, really selfish and you're not understanding that, you know, somebody that she knows, she can't just sit there and watch them die. And the fact is, yeah, you're wedding planning and you're doing all this and that. Just wait 60 days. Wait until it's finished. You know, in 60 days, she's either going to prove that he's innocent or he's going to be dead. And then you got nothing to worry about. And he's obviously throwing it on the toes that he's going to break up or not. I'm going to come, I'm going to take my stuff. Do you know what I mean? The wedding's kind of cancelled. I would bin him off as well. If you put me in that position, I would say, see you. Do you know what I mean? You're not taking my feelings into consideration. You're not taking everything into account. Sack it. So, her red spiraling, like she's saying, the woman's got taken. She's missing. It's going to turn up that she's obviously been found dead in the woods by somebody in the next couple of days. And then again, it's just going to further your suspicion that Lincoln's innocent. So, that's going to be interesting to see as well. Like I said, Michael is cutting deals. You know, it seems like John's actually took out Teabag, which is interesting because he said that he was going to be on his side and then he was kind of showing him, it's kind of his opposite approach. Instead of trying to beat the information out of him, you kind of join him. But joining him is much better because you get out, he gets out, you get what you want, he gets what he wants. You know what I mean? Right now, you just start standoff, wasn't you? So it's going to be interesting to see how their relationship progresses even further in the next few episodes. Thanks for checking out today's. If you did enjoy it, please smash the like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.